Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Breanna, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a 2022 glow up and reset. The new year is right around the corner and it's the prime time to get organized, recharge, and re-inspired. So in today's video I'm going to be getting my life together, reflect on how I did with my last year's resolutions, set some new ones so you guys can take some inspiration, and also show you how I made my viral Pinterest vision board. So without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So the first step of my reset routine and this 2022 glow up is to do my skincare routine. So today I'm going to do all the extra steps in my routine. I'm also going to do my makeup later just to feel a little bit more put together. I feel like the days between Christmas and New Year's is kind of a blur. No one really knows what day it is. So hopefully this will get me back on track for the new year. So I want to do a little chemical exfoliant to have fresh skin for the new year. So I'm going to use Pharmacy Beauty Honeymoon Glow. I use 2 pumps of this, usually every few days, but I've definitely been slacking during the holidays. Next, I'm using The Ordinary's hyaluronic acid. I use this day and night. And then also just doing a light facial massage with just my fingers. And then to correct the problem areas like my forehead and my chin, I'm just going to use The Ordinary's Niacinamide Serum. Second to last step is moisturizer from the Body Shop. It's the Aloe Soothing Night Cream. I'm also just gently patting the moisturizer over where I had that niacinamide serum. Finally, the last step is sunscreen. I use this Korean one, and I just pat this all over my face before rubbing it in. And then my holy grail to get rid of pimples is the Clean and Clear Maximum Strength Benzoyl Peroxide Cream. I reapply this like several times a day. Wow, I am feeling way better. Step 1 done. I'm gonna let my skincare sink in while I clean up my desk, so let's go over to my room. So now that I've cleaned up my room, I'm just gonna get ready for the rest of the day and actually change into real clothes. I've been seeing so many mixed reactions about how people's 2021 went, and honestly, I feel guilty to say that this year has been good to me. Pandemic and lockdown aside, I was pretty comfortable being alone, not seeing friends or classmates or teachers. Like, I think I'm more comfortable with that now. At the beginning, I was definitely not happy in my own company, but that's definitely not the case anymore. I love alone time, but this year I definitely had my highs and lows. Like, I am so proud of how the channel grew and how my Discord server grew. I started a business, but I also experienced burnout for the first time. I don't believe I mentioned it in any videos, but I was burnt out at the end of April this year. I was vlogging like almost every single day, and then I was posting twice a week. And this is before I had help from a manager or anything like that. So I was doing all the admin, and then the nail in the coffin was definitely taking commitments before exam season and having them pushed just to combine with other projects that I committed to during exam seasons. And if you want me to be honest, I don't actually remember how I finished everything. I think I missed like 2 uploads and only posted something that was pre-filmed. The one thing that I remember from that 2-week period was sleeping for a majority of the day in complete darkness. I never opened the blinds. I never turned any lights on. I just hate going back on my word and not finishing projects that I said that I could do. And it honestly came as a shock. Like, I didn't think I was tired. I was taking breaks, but on the bright side this year, I was able to stay connected with my old friends and also make some new friends. This year also brought me a lot closer to my family. So just looking back at my 2021 New Year's resolutions, I achieved most of the things on that mood board. One of the things that I did at the very beginning of last year was send out emails to be a research assistant with some professors from the School of Pharmacy. And as you guys know from that spleel, they were successful because I was able to become an RA with 3 different labs. I just messed up my mascara so hard. I will fix that after, but yeah, that was one of my 2021 goals that I achieved earlier on. One of my resolutions, I can't believe I'm saying this one, was that I wanted to make $1,000 on YouTube, because when I tell you guys that this started as a passion project, I was making $0 up until last November. So I also achieved that goal. I also wanted to get back into reading, which I didn't do until the later half of this year, but I'm so glad that I picked it back up. One thing that I didn't achieve though is getting a significant haircut, and I never pulled the trigger on that. And I guess overall I just wanted to change my attitude and my mindset to be more confident, and I definitely achieved that. So I'd say that's my general year recap. And the last goal off the top of my head that I remember failing is working out consistently. I was working out almost every day for like the first 3 months of the year, and then it moved down to like 2 or 3 times a week, and then I got Luna, and then I kind of just like fell off completely, and I only worked out like once a week or every other week. So I'm definitely gonna pick that up again in the new year. But yeah, I just want to live a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle. Anyways, this is the final makeup look. I'm gonna get changed. Okay, so this is the final look. I just put on this white cardigan from Urban Outfitters, and I always get questions about this chain. So it's from Luxe Reworked on Instagram. So yeah, I am feeling ready to take on the rest of the day. I am now going to set my New Year's resolution. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how I'm actually able to stick to them and have a successful year. And I'm gonna be doing all of this online in my new Notion template. So huge shout out to Notion for sponsoring this portion of the video. It's my greatest organization tool, and it's completely free. So if you don't have an account already, you can sign up with the link in the description box below. And I'll also be linking this template that I walk you guys through below. So without further ado, let's get into the template. So I specifically created this template to be a page in your pre-existing Notion dashboard. So that's why I have it here. It's just titled A New Chapter. And at the very top, I have my quote of the year. So I made this quote an evolution of my 2021 quote of the year, because it really was something that guided me. It's one of the first things I saw every single day. I was genuinely manifesting this one quote. So last year's was let 2021 be the year of ambition and growth, and this year it's let 2022 be the year of opportunity and success. I have a huge thing coming up this year. I'm going to be applying to pharmacy school, so hopefully all goes well there. A tip for you guys is when you fill out this template, make your quote of the year last, just so you have a good grasp on what you did last year and what you're looking forward to next year. I have like 3 steps for you guys to go through in this template. I have reflect, reset, and rise. So I have 2 pages under reflect, which is blessings and lessons. This is just a play on the quote where like everybody you meet is either a blessing or a lesson. One of the biggest things that I learned in 2021 was how to practice gratitude. So underneath blessings, I have favorite moments of 2021, things I accomplished with 4 categories: personal, financial, academic, and health. Then I have things I am most proud of, what I am extra grateful for this year, and who I am extra grateful for this year. And then underneath lessons, I have biggest lessons I learned this year, what challenged me the most, things I wish I had done it differently, and biggest time wasters. Finally, moving on to the New Year's resolutions. Underneath reset, I have pages for every category: personal, academic, wellness, relationships, finance, and work. I think my biggest tip for you guys to have a successful year and to be successful at achieving your goals is to make them realistic, specific, and have some of them be quantifiable, so you can actually monitor how you're doing throughout the year. So that's why you'll notice while looking at my New Year's resolutions, I have numbers in almost half of them. So I would say a good example of this is reducing screen time by 2 to 3 hours. I would say this is pretty realistic because I have gotten it down this much time in the past, and it's also specific and quantifiable because it says 2 to 3 hours. As we go down the page, you'll also notice maintain a 4.0 GPA. This is realistic because I've done it in 2 other semesters and it's quantifiable. I can just look at my university gradebook. The last example is one of my wellness resolutions, which is walk 5,000 steps every day. I know it's supposed to be 10,000, but I already know that I don't take more than like 3,000 or 4,000 on average. So just doubling that is really unrealistic. Maybe this will change throughout the year. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I would say that I underestimated myself with some of my goals last year. So some things on here are a little challenging, especially my finance goals, but you know, I'm always up to the challenge. So feel free to take some inspiration from my resolutions. Underneath personal, I have get my driver's license, gradually reduce my screen time by 2 to 3 hours, read 2 books a month. And you might be surprised, but I'm actually very impatient, so I want to improve that, and also my active listening. For academic, I usually like to keep it minimal but precise, so I want to maintain a 4.0. I want to get into pharmacy school, not dwell on bad grades for more than 2 days. Underneath wellness, I have do my morning pages every day, walk more than 5,000 steps every day. Then I have established a better sleeping schedule and stop eating after 11 p.m. and stop pulling all-nighters casually. Underneath relationships, these are the 2 that I'm showing. I have call and check in on friends every week. That includes like my sisters, and then don't hold grudges. My finance New Year's resolutions is establish a second source of income. My sister and I are going to hold each other accountable on this one. We're also going to learn how to invest. I also want to have $1,000 saved by 2022, and I'd also just like to make 6 figures next year. And then for work, I have stay committed to my research projects. I always have like 2 or 3 going on, and then I want to find a more sustainable video creation process for my YouTube. And then my last resolution is to find a new passion project that isn't monetizable, because YouTube used to be my passion project, and now that I operate it as a business, because money is now a factor, I can't really call it a true passion project. So I just want to find something new purely for myself and for entertainment. So that is my spiel and inspiration to you guys for New Year's resolutions. And then under rise, I put rise here because it's like rise to the occasion. I have 4 pages. I have a habit tracker, another finance folder, which I'll get into, bookshelf, and watch list. So underneath my habit tracker, it's very simple. I have the quote of the year again, and I just have 1 column for the days of the week, Sunday to Saturday. And I didn't create an archive for each week because I feel like I would never really look back at it. And then I have a page for finance. This is more for my working besties. It's a very simple table. And then I have a bookshelf, which is like also a reading list, because one of my New Year's resolutions was to read 2 books a month. So I have a few here by Karen Slaughter that I am waiting to read. And then I just have a watch list, which follows the same principle as a bookshelf. And because one of my catchphrases is celebrate yourself, I put in here a every little victory counts calendar. You can just put in a little note anytime you have a small win. So maybe you read 50 pages or you got an A+ on your test. I know that I'm gonna get so much use out of this calendar because I genuinely believe celebrating small wins or yourself is so important. It motivates me to keep working hard. It reminds me of what I previously accomplished and to be more ambitious. And then this is just again an overview of the template. I hope you guys take some inspiration from it. You can download it for free at the link in my description box below. So feel free to duplicate it, customize it, put it in your pre-existing Notion as a separate page. So yeah, thank you again Notion for sponsoring this portion of the video. Okay guys, and last but not least, I'm going to show you how I made my 2021 mood board or vision board, whatever you want to call it. This actually went viral on Pinterest, and whenever I shoot it on camera, someone always asks me where I got it. The process is literally so simple. You just need 2 apps, Pinterest and Fonto. So before you start building, you want to have the base open. So open Fonto, create a plain white image in the size of your phone screen. So this is now my base for my photos. Now just going on Pinterest, I already have a mood board with just some photos that I have saved from last year and ones that I liked throughout the year. So I'm going to save some of these to my camera roll now. So now that I've opened Fonto, I'm just going to click the left menu and add an image. I usually like to add text second to cover up any ugly gaps. So this is the final mood board. I think it turned out pretty cute. This is the dream life that I am going to be manifesting in 2022. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far. And this is my last video for 2021, so I'll see you in the new year.